Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. In the heart of World War II, Winston Churchill emerged as a symbol of resilience. As the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, his indomitable spirit was crucial in 1940, a year when Britain stood on the brink. With Nazi forces sweeping across Europe and the shadow of invasion over the British Isles, Churchill's leadership was pivotal. In Britain's darkest hour, Churchill stood as a beacon of defiance. "We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be." With these resolute words, Winston Churchill not only expressed his unwavering determination, but also encapsulated the spirit of an entire nation during some of the darkest days of the Second World War. As Prime Minister, Churchill's oratory prowess was unmatched, his speeches and radio broadcasts becoming beacons of hope and resistance amidst the encroaching shadows of tyranny. Churchill knew the importance of morale in war. Each address he delivered was a masterstroke in rallying the British people, fostering a collective resolve to stand steadfast against the looming threat of Nazi Germany. His words weren't merely speeches, they were a call to arms, an invocation of the indomitable British spirit. At the heart of his strategic acumen was the prioritization of the Battle of Britain. This critical decision was pivotal in thwarting Hitler's plans for invasion, turning the skies above Britain into a battleground that would determine the fate of Europe. Churchill's resolve fortified a nation's spirit, keeping the flames of freedom alive. There's only one thing worse than fighting with allies, and that is fighting without them. This quip from Winston Churchill encapsulates his strategic acumen during the darkest days of World War II. As Britain stood on the brink, Churchill recognized the imperative of building a robust alliance. He reached out across the Atlantic, forging a critical bond with the United States. This partnership, solidified through the Atlantic Charter, not only promised mutual defense, but also laid the groundwork for post-war recovery and peace. Meanwhile, Churchill's relationship with the Soviet Union, though fraught with ideological differences, was crucial. The alliance with Stalin ensured that Nazi Germany faced a formidable two-front war, stretching its resources thin. Together, these alliances were pivotal. They enabled a pooling of military resources, shared intelligence, and strategic coordination that was instrumental in turning the tide of the war. From the deserts of North Africa to the beaches of Normandy, the impact of this united front was undeniable. Through shrewd diplomacy, Churchill transformed Britain's solitary fight into a global struggle for liberty. "History will be kind to me, for I intend to write it." With these words, Winston Churchill not only captured his indomitable spirit, but also foreshadowed the immense impact he would have on world history. As we reflect on his contributions during the Second World War, it becomes evident that Churchill's role was pivotal in shaping the course of the 20th century. Churchill's strategic foresight was instrumental in the Allied victory. His decision to focus on strengthening the Royal Air Force proved crucial during the Battle of Britain, where the skies became the stage for a new kind of warfare. His understanding of the geopolitical landscape enabled him to forge alliances that were critical in maintaining a united front against the Axis powers. Moreover, Churchill's unyielding perseverance in the face of adversity kept the British morale high. His speeches, brimming with resolve and defiance, were not merely words but a rallying cry that galvanized a nation to stand firm against seemingly insurmountable odds. "We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the landing grounds, we shall fight in the fields and in the streets," he declared, encapsulating the resilient spirit of an entire country. The legacy of Churchill's leadership extends far beyond the war itself. His actions helped shape the post-war world, laying the groundwork for the United Nations and setting a precedent for international cooperation in a way that had never been seen before. Winston Churchill, a name synonymous with courage, leadership, and the indefatigable human spirit, continues to inspire generations.